Going through a breast cancer diagnosis and treatment once is hard enough. What about 3 times, though? It's exactly what Frayler has dealt with in the last 20 years. Now she's on her 3rd treatment, this time with new drugs that she believes could be a game changer, not just for her, but everyone.
Originally, I was diagnosed with breast cancer 20 years ago, and it was early, and I did extreme measures to prevent it from coming back. It was in my family, but there's no genetic component that we can find, so thought everything was fine going forward. And then in 2014, it came back, but it was not metastasized. It was in my pectoral muscle, which had not been removed as part of the original surgery. Went on drugs and things seemed to be fine. Had no issues whatsoever. And then around Thanksgiving of 2024, I started having breathing problems. And after 2 misdiagnoses of pneumonia, I ended up in the emergency room. The doctor there did a CT scan and found a lesion on my spine. And that's when we discovered that it was metastatic on bone. It was extremely difficult because I really did think that everything was fine. And part of it probably is we're always a little bit in denial about these things, but it was very, very upsetting to me. They really fast-tracked all my testing to get answers as quickly as possible. And once you have those answers, the anxiety does lower because you start to figure out how you can handle things, how it can be treated, and that there is actually a path going forward.
What does go through your mind sort of that 3rd time around?
Yeah, it's that, okay, this is it, 3rd time's the charm. I'll be dead by this time next year. I can't help it. That's just what comes into your mind. And it's really terrifying and depressing. But in a weird way, once we figured out what was going on, and once I started on the new drugs, and Dr. Thomas laid out my plan, I wasn't as depressed as I would have been normally because I started to appreciate every day a little more. And I realized that none of us knows when our story will end. So why worry? Dr. Thomas immediately said there are drugs, mentioned a couple. We're going to figure out which one is best for you. And then with the Ibrance, there was this clinical trial about dosage. They decided that the Ibrance was best for me.
Our treatments have improved so dramatically in the last 5 to 10 years. I can't even believe it. The first 20 years of my career, honestly, we would encourage people, hang in there, you know, we're going to get something better, it's right around the corner, and then it didn't happen. But now, I mean, I have patients all the time, I just tell them, you just hang in there, there's going to be a new treatment coming around the corner, and invariably it is.
It is amazing, because I do have friends who had it 20 years ago who are no longer with us. And I do appreciate very much the strides that have been made, the research that has been done. It is just astounding. I did have one of the first genetic tests that was even being done for this. And what they can do with the genetic tests 20 years later, my gosh, it's astonishing. It truly is. And I do see a day when people will not die of breast cancer.
We all hope to see that day. Jo says the treatment from everybody at St. Joseph's Candler has helped keep her positive through the latest battle. She's happy to be part of a clinical trial which could help someone else dealing with the disease, because her goal now is to make it 5 years or more and to play with her grandkids and, of course, to keep smiling and laughing.